Hey guys, we are back home safely from our trip to Siargao, and long trips equals lots of laundry to do, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing it by hand because my washing machine uses a lot of water, so I don't want to do that. So anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about our expenses going to Siargao. I booked a place to stay there on the website hotels.com. That's where I found Villa Sicilia, and it was 1,000 pesos a night. It's got it was supposed to be like a standalone unit, you know, like a little nipa hut thing with kitchenette and a bed, but they were still renovating the place, so they gave us a different room, which is okay. It also has a kitchenette, so I try to save as much as I can. Well, it has to be a budget trip because I don't really have that much money, so, but I still wanted to go. So Villa Sicilia charges 1,000 per night, and I booked for 3 nights, but we end up staying an extra night because of what happened to JJ. I wanted to make sure that he's okay, so I kind of put him under observation, and the host was okay with it, so we stayed 4 nights instead of 3. When I booked the villa, I paid it through my debit card, so there's 3,000 right there, plus the extra night, which they also gave us the same rate, so it made it into 4,000 pesos. And then we rented a motorbike for 350 per day. Of course, the plan was to just have it for 2 days, so the 700 now becomes 1,050 because we end up renting it 3 days. So now I'm up to 5,050 pesos for the accommodation and the motorbike rent. I think we gassed up, I would say about 350 pesos. We gassed up twice, so I came up with 350 more or less for the gas. Now, since it has a kitchenette, we cooked our own food. We only ate out twice. Once was at the ramen noodle shop, which was 300 pesos for a bowl of soup. It was 300 pesos a bowl. And then we ate on our last night at Yassi's, which we spent almost $1,000 for both of us. That included our drinks and the shade, you know. We decided to splurge last night. So we went to Pure Gold, and I spent 1,000 pesos for groceries there. And then we went to, there was a small sari store by by the place where we stayed, and they sell home cooked food. So I think I went there twice for our meal. This is only what, 300 for both 2 meals. And then we also bought some fruits and vegetables, which added another 200-300 pesos to our groceries. We had chicken, hot dog. We actually had beef patties. And what else did we have? I had 6 eggs. So those were the only things that we had, which is, you know, what we normally have here at home. So during in the afternoons we'd go downtown where you can find a makeshift oven that bakes pan de coco. We checked those out. We went there twice. It was like 5 pesos per pan de coco. So both days we went there and spent 30 pesos. We had like 6 pan de coco, and then the next day we went again. It was fun just driving there and watching them cook it in their makeshift oven. It was just like a square type of thing that they fashioned out of a flat metal roof, and then they covered it with another flat metal roof, and then they would, on top of it, they would put like uling, charcoal, and coconut husk that's slowly burning, so that on the inside, that's where they stick their the rolls, and then they would flip it with a stick. My GoPro was acting up that day when we were there, so I wasn't able to record it, but it was interesting. I can easily do that here. But anyway, that was a favorite of the locals there. In the afternoon, they would go there and hang out in the area. And really, the bakers ran out of pan de coco early. So you had to go there like around 2 before they ran out. And then we just plied the streets of General Luna. We visited their beaches. We visited Cloud9. We checked out the town and the countryside. And where we were, the place where we were staying, basically things are still needing repairs. And on our way to Cloud9, we saw some places, some establishments that are open, and that some are still totally, not, they're still working on it. So I think Siargao is trying to come back, trying to get back on its feet, I should say, because most of the inns and hotels and hostels are still renovating. Even the place where we were staying, they were still renovating. There's construction going on. Well, I should say some are constructing again because it's, their establishment's totally damaged, especially in the tourism road in General Luna. The bigger ones, the bigger hotels and, the favorite spots are still under construction and renovation. There's a sprinkling of establishments that are slowly opening up. But yeah, I would say Siargao, especially in the General Luna area, is, I wouldn't even say 50% ready for tourists, but they are trying to. We were gonna go to the Shaka place across from the ramen noodle shop for shakes, but it was getting late, so we did not. I don't know if it's probably open, but I didn't see any activities. And I spotted the spotted pig. I think they've been open for a while. So I don't know if they got damaged or maybe not, because their building still looks good. But anyway, going back to the expenses, our fare from Hinanangan, 130 per person to Himayangan. If you're a student, make sure you're bringing your ID because you will get a discount. And if you are a senior citizen like me, use that too because it helps a lot. Ferry from Lipata to Siargao was 370 for regular, 269, something like that for senior citizen. And then you have to get a tricycle from Siargao port to take you to Macapagal terminal, ferry terminal, where the boats there leave for Dapak, which is Siargao. So the motorbike will charge you 200. I think it depends on who you're riding, because the security guards at the Siargao terminal were kind enough to call someone they know so that he could take us to the Macapagal ferry terminal. But coming back, I think that's their normal fare, 200 to take you from terminal to terminal. And so the fare is about the same, 360, 370, something like that for regular fare, and discount for senior citizen. The senior citizen discount includes free terminal fee. Terminal fee is 30 pesos per person. So when you get to the pa, you get to take it. We took a tricycle again. The guy charged us 300 to take us to Villa Sicilia. It's a long drive too, so it was worth it. the 300 was worth it. And so those are my expenses. I took with me 10,000 pesos cash. I've already paid my hotel with my debit card, and so I paid, and I also used my debit card for our grocery at Pure Gold. So we had, so I spent about 700 of that 10,000 that I brought with me on our stay in Siargao. So yeah, 10,000, well, you will make it if you do it the same way JJ and I did. So that's for 2 persons. Should I say 10,000? Yeah, I listed all my expenses and I came up with under 10,000. So, like I said, if you do it on a budget, you can make it, 2 persons can make it. And of course, it depends on where you're coming from. If you're coming from, farther than Hinanang and Southern Leyte, then of course it will be more. But if you're coming from where I am and you're going to do it on a budget, go for it. The people there were so friendly, and I love the women. Siargao women are awesome. They would flaunt their tan skin. They don't care. They hop on their motorcycle in their shorts and spaghetti strap shirts, or whatever you call that. And they don't care if they get sun or what, because I'm comparing them to the girls here in Hinanangan. The girls here in Hinanangan and other places in the Pacific area here in Southern Leyte, you'd see them like all covered up, long sleeves, socks, long pants. It's like they are afraid to be exposed to sun. I don't know, but the girls over there, hey, they're not afraid to be tanned, and they're beautiful, beautifully tanned, naturally tanned. So I was like, whoa, island life is different. But anyway, that is my vlog for today. I hope that was informative, and if you want to know more, leave me a comment and I will try to reply as best I can. Alright, it's time to rinse, and I thank you guys for watching. This is Midlife on Rinse. I will see you on my next vlog.